So if you're just coming on and you'd like to take this, it's going to be more of a slow flow today. We'll be just breathing, getting some deeper stretches in. And if you do have a towel or a blanket off of your couch or something, go ahead and grab that if you want some padding under your knees. And then if you do have some yoga blocks, you can grab those as well. You don't have to have those, but if you have some blocks, those might come in handy. If you are in the market and want to get some yoga blocks or a new mat or any other props for your practice, right now Manduka is a really great brand. If you want to go online, you can get 25% off by using the code FITATHLETIC, all one word, and 25% off right now through June 30th. So go ahead and look on there if you're in the need for any of those items. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to come into a comfortable seat. So if you want to sit on a block or a cushion or a blanket, go ahead and come into just a nice cross-legged, easy seat, Sukhasana. Hey, Baz. All right, so come on into a seat. And like I said, if you want to sit on a block or a cushion, I like sitting on a prop because it just gets your hips a bit higher than your knees. So if you want to, you can usually cross the right foot first and then the left, just so the ankles aren't stacked on top of each other. It just makes it a little bit easier. And then the knees can come down below the hips if that's comfortable for you. Your hands are just going to rest on your thighs. If you'd like more of a grounding practice, you can bring your palms down. If you're ready to receive, or if there's anything that you need to release or let go of, you can bring your palms up. And just close your eyes. Sit up a little taller. And breathe into your full body. Feel your rib cage expanding out to the sides and coming back in. Really find some movement in your diaphragm and your abdomen as you breathe, as you bring those deeper, richer, fuller breaths back in. And I always start focusing on the breath. I use yoga as a moving meditation, as a chance to just come back to me, to what I need to really fill up, to fill my cup. And so focusing on the breath also just cuts out any distractions, anything that's external, and brings it back to you. When we move throughout our days, really never focusing on our breath. But in yoga, we find this mindful breath. You can find your Ujjayi Pranayama, your yoga breath, by finding a constriction at the back of your throat, placing your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth, and this way you can build some internal heat. I found yoga just by looking for something to find a good sweat, to find a good workout routine, to gain some flexibility. And what really I found myself connected to was the mindfulness practices. It was more of the emotional, the deeper level connection that I got with myself. So as you begin to practice, move a little bit slower, find that deeper connection. You can start to relax into your postures, and that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be breathing into the muscles, moving those joints around, and really getting that nice, full, deep, full body stretch. So as you breathe a bit deeper, maybe you start to count your breaths. As you breathe in, you count up to maybe 7. Find the pause at the top of the breath, hold it on the retention for just a moment. exhale, same count of 7. And at the very bottom, when you're completely empty, on the suspension you hold for just a moment, feel completely empty. Do that a couple more times, just really focusing on your breath in and out, nice and slow. We'll connect our hands together at our heart. In Anjali Mudra, a chance to draw in an intention to your practice. I start every practice with just one word. It doesn't have to be anything too complicated. It can just be one thing that you would like to cultivate, one thing that you would like to draw into your practice. Maybe it's expansion, maybe it's peace, love, connection, compassion. Whatever that is, go ahead and draw that in. Together, take a big breath in to draw that intention into your being. Fill up. Lift your chin, open your mouth, and send it out. Release your hands to your sides and blink your eyes open. Reach your arms up, take a big inhale, reach to the sky, stretch. As you exhale, twist up and over to your left. Your right arm comes across. Your left finger's behind you. Use your thigh to press in and inhale, lift up the crown of your head a bit higher. As you exhale, look over your shoulder behind you if it's okay on your neck. Inhale, come on back to center, reach to the sky, stretch. Exhale, take it up and over to the other side. Again, find that thigh with a hand, and as you inhale, sit up taller. Draw the ribs in, navel in, exhale, twist a bit deeper. Inhale, back up. Release your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over, and take a nice side stretch. Let that elbow bend and reach with that arm up over your head. You can look up or down, whatever's easier on your neck. Press off the earth as you inhale, come on back up. Exhale, take it over to the other side, releasing your hand down. Notice if your rib cage is coming out, just pull the ribs back in. Relax the shoulder down from your ear. Really reach up and over. Feel it all through the left ribs. And reach it back up again. Breathe in, fill up. As you exhale, just cross over your ankles. Come on into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Again, if you're just joining, if you have a blanket or a towel or anything that you can use under your knees, you might want it. And if you have blocks, you can grab those, but you do not need them. Hands under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. Spread your fingers really wide. As you inhale, micro bend your elbows back towards you. Pull your shoulders down. Drop your belly to your mat. And then start to gaze up. Pause here for a moment. Really feeling the arch in your back. Spread your sit bones wide. Again, wide collarbone. Look up a bit higher. Inhale, cow breath. As you exhale, press into the earth. Straight arms now, rounding your spine. Tucking your tailbone forward towards your forehead. The chin is towards the chest. Spread the shoulder blades wide across your back. Navel up and in, you got it. Cat stretch. Then breath to movement. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. You can find any other movements that feel good. I like toes tucked so I can press weights back into the soles of the feet. As you inhale, like a cat, around your spine. You can stay here through cat and cow, or you can roll circles. Find some movement in your hips. Stretching out every single area to notice anything that's tight. Get out any pops and creaks. And we'll take about 4 more breaths right here. Just time to move, time to just wake up the body again. It doesn't have to look anything like cat-cow. If you want to lift a leg, get the hips going, get those pops out. And take one more full round of breath right here. come on back to your neutral tabletop position. All right, placing your right hand right underneath your face. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Taking one more breath here, really open that twist. Press the earth away as you reach up. As you exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left arm all the way underneath the right, your ear, cheek, and shoulder to the earth. This right hand can stay underneath the elbow to help you press into the earth and twist, or you can walk it to the top of your mat. Bring it to the top left corner if you can, and then press that hand straight down into the earth. The back of this hand is going to press and twist. I like to kickstand this right foot off to the side and straighten the leg. This helps me reach even further underneath and find a really good stretch up into the upper shoulder blades, the upper back. So really tuck your chin here. I'm looking straight up above my head, and this counterbalance of the leg out and pressure in the arms will really help you find this nice twist. Again, you can find whatever variation here you like. There's a lot to choose from, so I'll just be offering some options. Take what you want, leave what you don't. Taking one more breath right here, breathe in. As you exhale, bring the knees slowly back in. Slide this right hand back underneath the shoulder. Press the earth away. Open up that twist. Reach it to the sky. Exhale, bring it back down. We'll switch it out. Inhale the right arm high. Notice roll the shoulders out. Reach a little higher. And exhale, take that twist. Reach all the way underneath you. Bring the ear, cheek, and shoulder down. Again, this hand can press into the earth. The right palm is facing up. You can crawl the left hand forward and kickstand the left foot. Again, tuck your chin if you have any knee or any neck pain. Go ahead and just come out slightly so you don't want to feel any pain or pinching. Should feel a nice stretch into the shoulder blades, into the upper back. Breathe into it nice and slow. 2 more breaths right here. And on your next exhale, bring the knee back under the hip. Slide this left hand back underneath you and rise up, open twist. Exhale, bring it back down, tabletop. Let's stretch our wrists for a moment. So turn your fingertips towards your knees. Now if you need less, just walk your hands a bit closer towards your knees. I like to bring the toes and tuck them under too to stretch the soles of the feet while I'm stretching the wrists. But if it's okay on your wrists, you can leave them right under the shoulders. So wherever feels good, make sure you're spreading your fingers really nice and wide. We're taking circles, so circle the shoulders, over the wrists, go one direction. And then we'll switch and go the opposite way. Circle it out. Feel movement, feel pressure in every single area of the wrist. And we'll turn the fingertips in towards each other, towards the center line of the mat. I like to just rock side to side on this one. If the palm comes up slightly, that's okay. Spread the fingers, rock. And then turn the fingertips out, wrists in, and again, rock side to side. Last one, you're gonna come back to center. Turn the fingertips forward. You can do one hand at a time here, so you're gonna flip the palm up and the fingertips towards the knee. So you can do one at a time, and I like to make a fist, and then spread the fingers wide. The elbow's bent slightly here, that's okay. You might start to be able to straighten it. If you want, you can do both at the same time. Again, I'll give you time here, so you're just taking wide hands and making fists. The computer's trying to restart later. All right. Go ahead and sit back onto your heels and just shake that out, let it go. Shake your wrists. All right, so go ahead and bring your hands back down. Knees under your hips, tuck your toes. Again, drop your belly, micro bend your elbows. Find that wide collarbone. As you exhale, start to lift your hips up and back. Press your heels down. Find your downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Spread the fingers really wide. And just move around. I like to find a lot of movement, especially early in the morning. So any movement that feels good in your body, go ahead and take those nice, slow, steady movements with your breath. Pedaling your feet, heels are reaching down to the mat. Think about rolling the shoulders down and out away from your ears. Alright, we'll find stillness. Take an inhale, lift high on the balls of the feet, both heels to the sky. Exhale, melt the heels down. Good. Inhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat, right behind the wrists. Feet are at least hip width, maybe a little wider. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, pressing the hands into the shins. Roll the shoulders down the back so we're not rounding in the spine. If you need to, you can bring a slight bend into your knees. We're lengthening like there's a steel rod from the tailbone all the way up the crown of the head. So notice if your neck is bending in any direction, up or down. Crown of the head's forward. It's just an extension of the spine. So breathe in, long back. Feel the hamstrings really stretch here. Navel up and in. And as you exhale, bend your knees so your belly can come onto your thighs. Grab opposite elbows and sway. Ragdoll. Uttanasana. You can grab opposite elbows or you can interlace behind your head. Let your body just hang over. Feel that nice release in the low back. If you want more in the hamstrings, you can start to straighten the legs. Shake your head, yes, no. And then come on back to center. Hands again on the shins. Let's take another halfway lift. Breathe in, roll the shoulders down your back, extend through the crown. Exhale, heel toe the big toes all the way together to touch. Bend in the knees and slowly roll one vertebrae at a time all the way up. Once you're at the top, we'll sweep the arms up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Notice you can press into your feet, press your hip bones forward. So a lot of times we're always in flexion, we're always, sitting. So we're really trying to press the hips forward as you pull the ribs in and really find length here, like a hollow body. Press root down into your feet as you extend through your fingertips. Take one more breath in right here. Cactus your elbows, lift your heart, and Nuvatasana, lean back. So like a string is attached to your chest, pulling you up, not dumping into your low back. Inhale to re-extend, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart, hinge at your hips and forward fold, nice and slow. Surya Namaskara, inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, reset. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into a high plank, top of a push-up. So pausing here. Again, really spread the fingers. See if you can rotate the eyes of your elbows forward. So if you were to bend your elbows, they would bend straight back. Grip the earth with all 10 fingerprints. Lift your knees. Gaze at the top edge of your mat. As you inhale, rock forward on your toes. We're going all the way to the belly. You can always tap the knees down. We're squeezing the elbows towards the side ribs as you lower, nice and slow with control. Once your belly's on the earth, you can untuck the toes. Shoelace side of your feet to the earth. Again, pull the elbows together, down the back, roll the shoulders, take an exhale. Inhale, lift up, Bhujangasana Cobra. Shoulders down, press the tops of the feet and the hip bones down, and maybe lift the palms. So squeezing, elbows back, heart forward, neck is long and extended. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, take your fingertips off the top corners of your mat so your elbows are nice and high. Your hands are tented, press into your fingerprints and lift up. Take one more breath in, shoulders down. As you exhale, take your left shoulder down, look over to your right, your ear and cheek can come all the way down, really twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take it to the other side. Let that ear come all the way down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lengthen forward as you lower down and bring your thumbs into your low ribs. Squeeze your elbows back. This time as you inhale, press your arms straight for cobra. Again, roll the shoulders back, lengthen the neck. As you press your hips forward, you're going to look over your right shoulder, bring your hips and heels to the left, twist. Back to center, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, up and over to the other side. Inhale, back up. Again, shoulders roll back and down. Tops of the feet press. Just lift the kneecaps. Press the hip bones forward, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. As you exhale, roll up and over the toes. Pike your hips back, downward facing dog. Spread your hands nice and wide. Think about cupping the armpits in towards your ears. Again, outward arm bone rotation, that upper arm bone's rolling out. Find stillness, take an exhale. Inhale, look forward between the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, step your feet to touch at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in to lengthen. Exhale, tuck the chin and fold, maybe grab onto your calves. Root to rise this time, come all the way up, breathe and lift. Taking it back, exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart, Anubhatasana. Inhale, re-extend, reach to the sky. Hands through heart, lead with your heart as you forward fold all the way to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, shoulders down the back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Right away this time, inhale, rock forward on the toes. Exhale, Chaturanga, squeeze the elbows, lowering only halfway. Tops of the feet down. Inhale, upward facing, pause here. Always taking a full breath. A lot of times I see the upward facing dog really rush. And so again today, if you don't want to take the Chaturanga, you can come to high plank and then tops of the feet down, just drop the hips. You can also just hold high plank and then pike back if you want more of a hatha practice. But I like hitting the upward facing dog to really open the front line of the body. When you're ready, pike it up and back, downward facing dog. All right, so we'll take the big toes together to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, the right heel high to the sky. Bend the knee open and stack your hip. Notice if one shoulder started to drop, just pull the shoulder back up, keep the integrity of the upper body, and as you rotate the knee around, really press the left heel to the mat. Open it up, you can straighten the leg if you want, take big circles. We're just finding some movement in that hip joint. As you inhale, re-extend, kick the heel to the sky, square the right hip to the mat. Knee to nose and step it all the way through between the hands. If you weren't able to quite step it all the way through so that the ankle is under the knee and it's kind of just stepped here, just help the foot forward. We'll bring the back knee down and rise on up. Crescent lunge. Modified crescent, knee down. So I like the back toes tucked, and it's up to you. If it feels better, you can press the top of the foot down. It feels better on my knee to tuck the toes, so it's up to you, whatever feels better. Bring your right hand down onto your thigh. The left arm will reach up and over, so really press your hips forward as you reach up and over your body. Notice if you're arching your low back a lot, just tuck your tailbone slightly, lengthen that tailbone down. You'll feel more in the outer hip, the hip flexor, the psoas. And breathe into it. Your rib cage still expanding. Reach both hands up, come back to center. This time as you exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, lift the heart, And then press the hips forward. So we're taking a nice little heart opener back bend here. Squeeze the upper inner thighs if you need some support. The shoulders come down. Lift the heart, breathe into it. And bring your hands down to frame your foot. So if you do have a towel or a blanket, you can go ahead and bring it to the mat and bring it under the back knee. Just a nice little support. You don't have to have it, but if your knees are quite sensitive, it's nice to have that little extra padding there. All right, so hands down. Keep your left hand down and inhale the right arm. Take this nice open twist. Notice this bottom shoulder. So a lot of times it rotates in. Fingertips can turn out slightly to rotate that shoulder back as you reach up. Pull the right hip crease back. Navel in to help you twist. Find length as you find depth in the twist. Take one more breath in. Bring the right hand to the inside of your right foot. We're going to turn the back shin so that it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. So here we're taking a hand up to the top left corner of the mat, pressing the right knee out as you reach. This is kind of like a down dog, but warrior two, modified warrior two legs, and you can find some movement in the hips here. As you reach your arms long, you can tuck your chin. Again, don't let the knee come into your body. Keep pressing it out to the right edge of your mat. And breathe. Get however deep you can. I know it's early, so if you can't quite reach all the way up, just find some movement, really getting into that inner groin, that hamstring, hip flexor on this side. All right, so come on back. Knee is right over the ankle. Place your right hand right by your foot on the inside so that your arm is pressing into your legs. You're going to reach the left arm up. So there's no way the knee can come in. Your arm is there. Let your hips come forward. Again, tuck your tailbone just slightly. Press into your foot to rise up now. So you're going to bring your shoulders right over your hips and just make sure that the front foot is kind of to the inside of that back leg. You can keep your arms open. I like to flip palms up to feel the lats engage. Feel your arms held, and you can again find movement. So forward and back. This is why the towel or the blanket is really nice under the knee right here. Again, don't let the knee cave in. Press the knee out. Find stillness, and then reverse it. So lift your right arm, your left arm just lightly touches down the leg. Modified reverse warrior. Then you're gonna reach the right arm, your left arm down behind you, and straighten the front leg. Turn the toes so that the pinky edge of your foot is parallel to the top of the mat. Now you want to make sure that your foot, your right foot, is in line with your left knee. So hand down, you can tint the fingers if it's a little bit further. Again, pressing your hips forward and lifting up with this right arm. You can circle the arm, find some movement in the shoulder. Again, notice if the low back's arching, just draw the tailbone down. Switch directions if you haven't already. And then reach back up, take a breath. Come on back, shoulders over the knee, over the hip. You're gonna relax the right arm down, reach the left arm up. Again, if your booty is starting to stick out, just tuck that tailbone. And you're really stretching now all through this left side body. Little to no weight in this arm down the front leg. Come on back, arms on the horizon, shoulders over the hips, and just bend back into your right knee, turn your toes back forward. You're just gonna take your hands down to the inside of the right foot and lengthen the back leg. This time you're gonna heel to the right foot off to the side, turn the toes out slightly, so we're getting deeper into this runner's lunge. Again, if you have blocks and need to come up a bit higher in any of these postures, you can do that. But again, you don't have to have them. And then turn the left fingertips out as well. The back leg is nice and straight now. Our hips are drawing forward. I like to bring the right hand onto the knee and twist open. So as you twist, pull this right hip in and open the heart. Shoulders down. Feel length and depth. As you breathe, come back to that slow and steady breath. In and out through your nose. Release your hands down. This time you're going to heel toe the right leg back in. Frame the foot. And as you inhale, you're going to straighten the right leg. Flex the toes back towards your shin. So you might have to walk the back knee back, or you might have to walk the right heel forward so you can get in line. You want to feel like you're dragging the heel back to square your hips. And again, if you have blocks or anything here, it's nice to use them in this posture. But again, you can just bring your hands down. As you inhale, lengthen. Feel a nice long spine. And as you exhale, let yourself bow over the center line of your mat. So not only are you flexing the big toe back, notice if you can flex and pull the pinky edge of that right foot back as well. It also feels nice to bring the blocks over to the right side here, and then you can feel more of a stretch into the outer IT band. Again, pull the heel back. Straighten that leg as much as you can. Really breathe into the hamstring. Alright, bring the hands or blocks back to frame the foot. Bend back into that knee. You can set the blocks off if you have them. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. We'll step it back into a high plank. You're welcome to take your chaturanga, or you can again just tops of the feet down. Find your upward facing dog. Pike your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So we'll bring the big toes back together to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale the left heel high to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee open and stack your hip. So pretend you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. That's the visual here. You're really trying to open the hip. So get the knee to the ceiling. Circle it. Press the right heel down. Find integrity in the shoulders. Whatever feels good, move around, roll the ankle. And then inhale, lift your right heel high. Your left heel. And bring the knee to the nose, barrel the upper body forward, and step it through. We're trying to really press into the earth. So a lot of times the reason that you can't step it all the way through is because your tiger pose isn't quite rounded enough. So if you go ahead and step through, I want to show you really quick just something that's really helped me in getting my ankle right under my knee so I don't have to readjust. So as you come through, you're really barreling your upper body. So you're leading with the space between your shoulder blades, tucking your chin, pressing the earth away, and then you can step the heel. As you press the earth away, you'll create space for you to come on down. All right, so go ahead, find your modified crescent. Just want to share that because that little tip really helped me to get through. And then we'll square the hips forward. Again, making sure that the knee is over the ankle. Reach to the sky, breathe in, tuck your tailbone. Take your left hand onto your thigh. Reach the right arm up and over. And really breathing through the side body, the outer hip. Keep your hips squared as you reach up and over. Nice, slow breaths. Reach both arms up. Inhale. As you exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, and draw your hips forward. So again, not dumping into the low back, we're lifting up. We're keeping squeezing into our upper inner thighs. And tucking and drawing the tailbone down. As you exhale, frame the front foot, release your hands down. We're gonna keep the right hand down, lift the left arm, open the twist. Again, notice the right shoulder wants to draw forward, so just by turning the fingertips out slightly, you can draw the shoulder down your back. Pull back. Left hip crease back. Twist from your core, from your mid-back. Take one more breath in. Hands to the inside of your foot. We're going to turn the back shin now parallel to the back edge of the mat. Walk your hands off to the top right corner of your mat. Again, don't let the knee draw in. Keep pressing that knee out away and find some movement. So if you can't quite reach all the way, we're going here to reach forward. But just for now, just take some movement. Circle your hips. Maybe bend and straighten a bit into that front knee. Whatever movement feels good. Getting into that groin right here. Alright, find stillness just for a couple of breaths, wherever you can, pressing the knee away, drawing the hips forward and down. And begin to walk your hands back in. Bring this left hand right next to your left foot so that the arm really presses into the leg. There's no way that knee can draw in. And then extend the right arm up. So we're taking this modified extended side angle here. Really opening, again, tucking the tailbone slightly, taking the arch out of the low back. And press into that left foot and rise on up. Arms on the horizon. And you can come in and out. You can bring your hands to your hips here if you need a little break. Or I like to flip the palms up, so feeling the lats engage, your arms are held on your back by your muscles. Just bending, straightening, really pressing the knee out to the left. Tuck the tailbone, don't let that booty stick out too far. Trying to find length and depth. All right, find stillness. We'll reverse the warrior. So left arm up and back, the right arm is just light. Again, notice if the knee wanted to draw in, press the knee out. The right hand back behind you finds the earth. So to find the earth, you have to straighten the front leg and turn the toes so that the pinky edge of your foot is in line with the top edge of your mat. Notice if you need to, make the knee and foot in the same line. And you're reaching up, pressing the hips forward, and taking nice big rotations with this left arm. You can big circles. Go the other way. Find stillness, take a big breath in. And come on back up, arms on the horizon. Bring the left hand down the leg stays straight, and then reach the right arm up and over. So lengthening through the right side body now. Arms on the horizon, take a breath in. Bend back into the left knee, turn the toes straight forward. Bring the hands down to the inside of that foot, and lengthen out the back leg once more. We're going to heel to the left foot off to the top corner. You want to make sure, again, that your ankle's in front of the knee. I like toes turned out, and then turn the right fingertips out. You can stay right here, or you can take your hand to the inside of your knee, and then open and twist. So as you're pressing your hips forward, you're pressing the knee out away. Shoulders are down from your ears, so notice if they've started to creep up, we're trying to relax tension in the neck, just breathing into the hips here. And then release, come back down and heel toe that left foot back into the center. We're going to frame the foot again, so one hand on either side. And start to straighten the left leg as you flex the left toes back. Ardha Hanumanasana. So notice if your hips are not over that right knee back behind you, you might have to walk the heel forward a bit. And then again, if you have blocks, it's a great place for them. It just provides a little bit more stability, a little bit more lift. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you melt down. And you can stay right here, melting over the center line, or you can walk both hands or both blocks over to the left side. Again, make sure that pinky edge is pulling back, not just the big toe. It's a subtle adjustment, but you should feel more of a stretch into the outside edge of your leg, the outer calf, the T-band. Take one more exhale. Come on back, walk the hands or blocks to frame the foot. Bend the knee. You can release the blocks to the top of the mat. Hands frame the foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step it back, high plank. You can take your chaturanga. You can skip it. Take your up dog. Hold the plank, press it back into your down dog. Whatever you'd like. We'll all meet hips high, downward facing dog. Press the hips up and back. Again, if you want to pedal your feet at any time, feel free. Slowly working those heels down. Take an inhale. Look forward between your thumbs. As you exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, big toes to touch at the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, rise on up. As you exhale, just cactus your arms, lift your heart, and lean back. Inhale to re-extend, reach up. As you exhale, sit into your chair. Nice and easy. We're not going to be here forever, and this is everyone's favorite pose. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hands to your heart. We're just going to twist it over to the right with your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Sit down a little bit lower. Now looking down at your toes, you're going to bring weight into your right foot and start to step the left toes back, keeping the knees together. Pull the navel in. And then you can either just step it all the way back or just slowly work it back. You can bring the knee down. And we're gonna really find a nice twist here. So the back leg can be lifted, or you can just bring the knee down. We're really working into this twist. So as you press your elbow into the outside edge of your leg, work your heart towards your thumbs so it's not the other way around. It's arms are nice and straight on this line, and then we're pressing and lifting our body, so we're not just dropping all the weight. We're doing work here. Breathe into your heart. You can open your arms. Take one more breath. As you exhale, frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes and just straighten both legs, taking a modified pyramid. So if you want, you can keep your back heel lifted, or you can go ahead and sit the foot down so both feet are planted, taking more of a traditional pyramid. So as you inhale, again, lengthen the crown forward. As you exhale, you bow. As you inhale, go ahead and re-extend the spine, look up. As you exhale, bend into your right knee, step your left foot back into your low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge, inhale for a breath. Exhale, warrior two, spin your back foot 90. Right away, as you inhale, straighten the right leg, both legs are straight. As you reach forward, you're dropping the right hip in the socket. When you can't reach any further, just tick-tock the arms. You can gently bring the right hand to the top of the shin, or you can take the back of the hand and press into the calf to open. We're not trying to drop into the right side, we're trying to keep both bodies long. So taking one more breath, we're not here forever. As you exhale, bend the right knee, reach the right arm up and back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take it down. Hands to the mat to frame your foot. Again, step the right foot back. You can float your foot. You can skip your chaturanga altogether. You can find your downward facing dog however you'd like to get there. Take an inhale, look forward at the top of your mat. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat, big toes together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, let it go. Root to rise, sweep your arms all the way to standing. Practice your arms, lean back, open the heart. Inhale, reach and reach up. Keep the arms lifted, just sit down into your chair. Take one more breath here. Hands to heart as you exhale. Pull your shoulders back, broaden your collarbone. Take your twist over to your left, tuck your elbow. Really find this twist to start, squeezing your knees together. Don't let one knee poke forward. Then look down at your feet. We're gonna start to step the right toes back. You might float the foot. You might see how steadily you can take it all the way back. And bring the right knee down. Or you can leave it up, your choice. Do what you did on the first side. We're finding this nice twist here. Again, lift your belly off of that left thigh. Rotate the heart towards the thumbs. Draw the shoulders down your back. Squeeze the left hip in as you twist. Again, you can open the arms if you'd like. Wherever you are, taking one more breath in. Hands release to frame the foot to exhale. Tuck your back toes, straighten both legs. Modified pyramid, inhale for length. Exhale to bow. Again, if you stepped the back foot in slightly so you could bring the foot all the way down, you can do that again on this side. Taking more of a traditional pyramid. Squaring the hips forward as you bow. Take one more full breath. One more exhale. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Bend into your left knee, step your right toes back. You're gonna rise up, crescent lunge. Take one big, slow, deep breath. And take your warrior two, spin the back foot, get wide. Right away, straighten into the left leg. And start to drop the left hip down. So as you reach forward, arms are long, lift the kneecaps. Maybe lift the toes. And then just tick-tock your arms. Again, the fingertips can come to the top of the shin, or you can take the back of the hand into the calf and press to open. Really press into the back heel, really opening the hip. Tuck the tailbone, engage the core. Exhale to bend into the left knee. Inhale, reverse forward, just for a breath, up and back. Exhale, take it down. Step it back, however you'd like to get there. Again, you can just pike your hips up and back. We'll find our last downward facing dog. However you'd like to get there. You can move your blanket, move your towel off to the side. And go ahead and just bring the knees on down to your mat. Sit back towards your heels and sweep your legs forward. You're gonna crawl yourself forward so your heels are towards the top edge of your mat. Take an inhale, lift up, flip your palms up. And as you exhale, point your toes, draw your navel in. Try to round your back from your tailbone, your sacrum, middle, upper back, all the way down. Reach up and over, take a nice big full body stretch. As you exhale, knees come in, rock side to side. Massage your low back, maybe circle your knees to make circles on the mat with your low back. And bring the feet down to the mat. We'll set up for a bridge pose. Make sure that your feet are hip width distance. Your heels are towards your bum so you can touch the backs of your heels with your fingers. Arms to your side body and then press your hips up Shimmy your shoulders underneath you a bit more, shoulder blades. You can grab the outside edges of your mat as you lift your hips. You can interlace your hands under you, pressing the pinky edge down. You can take a full wheel or any other variations, expressions of this posture. Really finding that opening, keep lifting the hips. Taking one more breath, lift your sternum towards your chin. As you exhale, gently let go of the bind if you have it. Roll on down. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees wide, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and close your eyes. Supta Baddha Konasana. Again, feeling your full body expand as you deepen your breath. Your belly expands, your chest. Go ahead and reach through the inner thighs. Flex the feet up and grab the outside pinky edges of your feet. For happy baby, pulling the feet down as you lengthen the sacrum and tailbone down to the earth. You can rock side to side, massage your back. You can bend one leg as you straighten the opposite. Find your ninja baby. Whatever feels good. And come on back to center. Pull the knees in. Give yourself a big squeeze. So wrap the arms across the shins. Grab opposite foot. Knees to nose to knees. Take a big breath. Fill up. As you exhale, hold it even tighter. One more time. Big inhale. Fill up even more. Hold it. Exhale, release everything. Open up. Shavasana. Take up some space. Bring your heels wider than your mat. Your palms up. Again, shimmying your shoulder blades underneath you. Close your eyes. Just really feel held right here. Feel heavy. Let go of any breath you might still be holding on to. Just come back to a nice, slow, steady, natural rhythm. Notice if you're still holding on to tension anywhere in your body. Just do a little scan all the way down from your toes, all the way up your legs, to your hips, your belly, your hands, your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes in the socket. Relax every muscle on your face. And taking a moment to just be here now, present in this moment. Your mind starts to wander to what you need to do, to what you get to accomplish the rest of the day. Just notice the thoughts and just let them dissipate like clouds in the sky and come back to you, back to your breath. Coming back to yourself. Intention that you set at the beginning of your practice back in. Maybe it's changed, maybe it's morphed into something else, something deeper, more meaningful to you. A lot of times I set an intention for the day, but different situations require a different intention. A phone call might require more compassion, or love. A workout might require more intensity, more drive, more focus. That intention can change throughout the day, but your main intention will stick. So whatever that is, draw it in. Take a big, full body breath. Open your mouth and sigh it out, send it out. And with that, wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your wrists and your ankles, and start to take a nice full body, good morning stretch. Big full body expanse. And as you exhale, roll over to your right side, using your right bicep as a pillow. Bend your knees, take your left hand to the earth, right by your heart. Press into the earth and gently rise up into a comfortable seat, just like we started. Bring our hands to our hearts. A bow to our chin. Sit a little taller, relax your shoulders down. My hope is that you'll take this practice with you throughout your day. Come back to your intention, come back to you. Because we don't just begin our day in meditation, we sustain our day in meditation. Taking a final breath all together. Breathe in, fill up. Open mouth, let it go. Sealing your practice, thumbs to your third eye center to acknowledge the light, the love, and the voice within each and every one of us. From my heart to yours, in gratitude. Namaste.